Hi, it's Dina with Pretty Productive. We're a mother-daughter Etsy shop that sells all things budget and planner related. Today we're going to be doing our first budget check-in for January. So we are in week 2 of January. So when I started this month, I started a little bit early because I was out of money from December. So it's going to be a little bit off. And then we've had some changes with our income this month that I'm going to kind of try to figure out what we're going to do for this month. So we'll go ahead and get started. I did get another cover for this because I could not ever remember which, I have way too many planners obviously, but I couldn't remember which planner was my budget one. So I did get a new cover this month. So what I did is I went ahead and went through and put all of the stickers down for when the different things were going to come out of my budget. And of course, as all good budgets do, I did color code them. But these are the check boxes that are in our shop currently. So yellow is fixed expenses. The pink ones are subscriptions. Some of them are yearly, some of them are monthly. The blue kind of purple color are debt. Green is cash stuffing or income. And what other ones are there? I guess that's pretty much it. What I don't have on here are my envelopes because I do those separately. I did originally put them on here, but it was way too many transactions. But I do want to start with one of my goals for this month was to have no spend days. My goal was to have 5. Number 2 was to save money from cash envelopes, and number 3 is to work on my February budget because we will have different incomes for February. So I'm going to work on that. I had 2 birthdays this month. I have not yet got them gifts because this one kind of surprised me, and this one I need to mail to her. So I know I need to do those. But as far as no spend days, we're going to start with those. I spent a whole week because I was on vacation this week, so I spent the whole week at home. I did not spend any money, which was a miracle. No Amazon, no Erin Condren, no Joann's. It was really quite a feat. I made dinner every night from the freezer, so I didn't even spend money on food. Now today I need to go grocery shopping because we have nothing left in the house, so all good. So I had 4 no spend, so I definitely think I will exceed my no spend 5 days that I am goaling myself for. Okay, so let's get started. I did go through and estimate or fill in what I had already estimated. So for an example, I had estimated for electric 200, and that was based on the yearly January. So last year in January we had spent 193, and this year we spent 198. So that was nice to have that amount in the back of my budget planner because it was really easy to figure out what I should budget for. The only other thing that was not actualized, internet. It's been 110, but now we're no longer, I guess, renting their router, so it's 103. And then natural gas, last January we spent 68, this year was 57, so it was a difference of $11. My Amazon Prime, I had estimated at 120, it was really 129, didn't add in tax, so that was plus $9. So everything else pretty much has stayed where I thought they were gonna be. So for our weekly check-in, here's where I was with my envelopes for the first 2 weeks of the month. And again, it does help when you don't leave your house. It's hard to spend money. So for groceries, my monthly budget was $500. The first week I spent $140. Second week was $59, which was really my husband going to Costco. Eating out, my budget is $200 for the month. I spent $60 the first week and $39 the second week, and that was on Friday. We went to Texas Roadhouse, someplace. Giving is $400. I spent $100 the first week, $100 the second week. Per Personal care, I budgeted 100. So I budgeted 170. 70 of that is my Elements massage. So 100 was what I was putting in my envelope. I put 60 in to start, and I still have that 60. So I still have $100 left in that category. Allowance, I budget $200 for the month. I did spend, but I still have the 50 and then the 50 for the following week. Recreation is one category I did spend from the first week of the month, and that was 35. So I still have 15 left. And then household was 200. I did spend 110 last week because she came last week, so I have 110 left. So this is where I stand right now with my envelopes for groceries. Let's go ahead and pull those out, because I literally have $1 in most of these, but hey, it's something, right? So to kind of talk you through, I've been talking for the last couple of months about the fact that my husband was retiring, and he did retire on the 31st of December. And so we've been budgeting for quite some time for what we thought his retirement was going to be. And I'm happy to say that we're within like $200 of what we thought the check was going to be. What I didn't realize was that his last check, which was last week, would include vacation and medical time that he had accrued. So I took the difference from what he got paid and put that completely into the savings account, so that I was still budgeting on what I had anticipated to budget from. The difference will be that we don't know if he's gonna have a check next week, or if it'll be another week before he gets his first retirement pay. So I'm gonna wait on stuffing the cash envelopes, not cash envelopes. I'm gonna wait on the sinking funds until the end of the month to see what that looks like. And then he did accept another job offer, so he'll start next week. So then he'll have his income from the new job. So I don't know what February is gonna look like, because benefits are gonna come out of my check, so my check's coming down. I had been anticipating to budget just completely on his retirement. Now he's gonna have he'll have another income. So stay tuned. We really don't know what we're doing yet. So it's a great opportunity for him. It's a great opportunity for us financially. We definitely can expedite the paying off of the house, which is great, which is what our goal was. But I don't want to start living to that income, because, you know, I want to just keep going with what we've been doing, because this is working out well for us to just kind of budget what he was going to make in retirement. And then we can definitely, you know, increase our investments and things like that with the new job. But let's see how that goes. So for groceries, I have $1 left in that. So I'm going to put that towards savings. For eating out, I have $1 that goes towards savings. For allowance, I do have $20 in my wallet, but I'm going to just leave that in there for now. Giving is done. Recreation has $5. So that goes towards savings. And personal care has 60, but I'm going to leave this in here because I still need to get my brows done and my hair cut. And I have a massage schedule. So I'm going to leave this in here because I still have this money to spend for those things. So that means $7 goes into savings from this cash envelope. And if I'm feeling really good, I'll take the 20 from allowance and put that in there as well. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's get started. Where's my notepad? Okay, so I do write it out on my notepad because otherwise I can't remember what happened. So I did take out $910 for cash stuffing. I originally thought I was going to take out $810, but I went ahead and pulled all of the grocery money out. I'm not doing HelloFresh at all this month, so I went ahead and pulled it out. My sisters and I are doing a weight loss challenge, so I am following more of a keto plan, and I really couldn't find anything on HelloFresh that was kind of keto friendly. Everything has rice. So I think it's easier just to cook at home, and since I've pretty much exhausted everything in my freezer, I do need to go to the grocery store today. desperately. I am out of town next week, so they're going to kind of be on their own. And then at the end of the month, I'm going out of town. So that's how it's going to work for them being my family. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So for groceries, I'm putting in $300. And I'm doing two $100 bills and then 120s. And that's so if I need to send my daughter to the grocery store to grab something, I'm not having to give her a $100 bill. I can just give it to her this way. I've got my grocery list pretty much prepared for what I need to get. And I'm trying not to go over that. I mean, not try to throw extra things in my cart. Okay, so I have $300 in groceries because I took the $1 out and put it in my little savings kitty. Okay, eating out. So the other nice thing about a weight loss journey is you don't tend to go out as much, or at least we don't. So we did go out on Friday night. I brought food home, and Saturday night. So kind of my last hurrah. So I'm going to put 100 in, but I'm going to do what I normally do is put 60 in for this week. And then I'll put, oh no, wait, I'm doing 50 and 50. So I'm going to put 50 in for this week, and then I'll put 50 in my little offsite thing that I can fund for when I come back from my trip. And this should look very familiar to everybody. This it's an Etsy shop. I think it's called A Time for Everything. And then there's cash divider tabs. You can ask her to label them for you. I just used my labeler. So for eating out, I'm going to put 150 behind this. This will stay at home. And then 50 will go into the envelope. With the eating plan that I'm doing, there's absolutely no fast food. So this would be more of a sit down restaurant, like grab a salad, something like that. Okay, let's see here. So giving gets 200. And same as usual. Put 100 in here. And the other 100 goes into my tab. And the reason why I do that is because I know me. I will spend it if it's with me, so I leave it at home. I can't spend it if it's not with me. Keeps me from wanting to borrow from different envelopes. Let's see, giving. Okay. So for personal care, I have 60 in my envelope and I'm adding 40. And I broke it up to 120, 110, and 2 5s. That way it's a little bit easier to tip. I'm going to go ahead and put it all in because this is probably all going to be used this week, or most of it. I do have a massage at the end of the month, but since I'm traveling all week, I don't want to forget to put it back in before I go to my massage. So there is 100 in that envelope. So I've done that before, where you forget to take the money out, and then you get there and you're like, oh, great, it's at home. Great place for it. Okay, and then for recreation, since I was down to $5, I'm adding $10, and that will be the end of the $50 for this category. And I did entertainment and recreation separately. Entertainment, I'm leaving in the account this month. Because I was finding that I was using my debit card or my credit card when I was buying things online, and then I was having to put the money back or move money around. So I just decided this time I would take recreation out in cash, and entertainment I would leave in the account. So, so far it's working pretty well this way. And then my allowance gets $100. And I break it up into 50 and 50 because, so 50 goes into my wallet today, and then 50 will go into the tab. And this is one that I don't use my register for really, because it's in my wallet, not in my cash envelopes. So it's 50 in here. Years of retail. It does bother me when money's going the wrong direction. And then household gets 110. That always stays at home because it is something that I use at home, but it's not, I want to make sure anybody, if I'm not home when she comes, anybody has access to that. So 110 goes in household. And then, so this 60 is part of the entertainment. I did go ahead and take it out. I wasn't planning to. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and put this back into my account so that it's there. I'm not really sure why I took it out. But anyways, I'm going to put this back. I'll put it under a tab for recreation for now. And then when I go to the bank, I'll just put it back in. Maybe that was so I stopped buying things on Amazon. There's such a letdown at the end of, after the holidays when you're not expecting any packages. I don't know about anybody else. Okay, so this goes back into here. As well as my extra tabs. Envelopes go back into here. Now I did switch this out this year. I've always been doing the Maldron, which is a little different. And I think I kind of liked it better. I think I'm going to give this another month, but this is just a tighter fit. It does fit into my purse better, which was originally what I wanted it for because it was smaller. But I just think the Maldron is easier because I was able to put a pen and a highlighter and everything in here. That I use for my checkbook, and it all fits in here. But my checkbook does fit in here as well, my check register. But I kind of feel like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, it's different. I did put all of my gift cards in here, but I still use a wallet. So maybe that's why I feel like it's too much. But because I work at home, I don't always grab this unless I am going to, say, the grocery store or going out. And then I did put all my gift cards in here. So it does fit in my purse with my wallet, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I guess if I went to using this just as my wallet, then it would fit much nicer. But I don't want to have this with me at all times because I will spend money. So again, you have to know your behaviors and know what you do to figure it out. But that's what I know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's where we are right now on the budget. Pretty much on track. Now, all of this could change next week, or actually the following week, when we either take the money out of the savings to have a payday, or we actually get paid. I'm not really sure what's happening yet. But stay tuned because we're gonna figure it out. So again, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. Please hit the alert so that you know when we post videos. And I want to thank you all again for your support and your kind comments. It means a lot to us that you are enjoying following along with this journey with us. So thank you so much for watching.